Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Deuces here with Broth. We're gonna be going over the My Team blog they released today and kind of look over everything, see what's interesting to us and what we're excited for coming back, or we're coming back to the games to see what we're excited for that's in the game.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So basically, because I mean, I'm sure whoever's watching this video doesn't really know like who I am, and they know who you are more, but they don't know much about our My Team history. Deuces and I played My Team basically religiously. I mean, I played even before I knew you, obviously, from like
right.
2K, whatever the first one was, 2K13 through 2K17 or 2K11 through 2K17. And I'm sure it's like the same for you, Deuces. Um, and then
I
I
was
don't.
actually big in my career in my park up until I think it was 16, and I
Yeah.
forgot who I seen. I was just scrolling through Twitch one day and seen somebody sniping, and I was like, at first I didn't know what sniping was, but of course, I stayed in there and learned and everything, and I was like, man, that's a cool concept. You can flip coins, build a team, yada yada yada. It's a nice grind, and I love grinding for stuff, so that's how I got into it, and then that's how I started really religiously streaming too at that time because I was like, man, I want to show everybody that that's like small or whatever how to snipe and kind of get everybody in on making coins and building better teams and stuff like that. And that was the beginning of the era of calling nines for me, and then that's how I met a lot of my friends on here.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, if anyone who's watching this knows what calling nines are, then you're like a true OG of My Team, I feel like.
Facts.
Or at least My Team on Twitch. So I think that's where it kind of originated. And I think both of us basically left for like very similar reasons. I felt like the game mode in 2K17 was not very rewarding. And I think 2K17 was the first year we started to see players get unrealistic stats. Like I still remember
Mm-hmm.
David Robinson's Diamond Collection reward had like I think like his Team USA card had like a 76 standing three, and I was like, "Whoa, 76! That means he can actually hit them once in a while." And then people started running 5-out with those centers, and then there was like a throwback Thursday that year where we had Marc Gasol, and Paul George in the same drop. And I'm never going to forget that because Marc Gasol was a monster on defense, and he had a respectable three ball. And that's when I realized, like, holy shit, this is the future. 2K is making so much money off this. And then that's when I left. I joined Madden, and then whatever the next year was, 2K18, 2K19, we started seeing centers routinely getting crazy threes. And now it's to the point where you have, like, if Hakeem Olajuwon doesn't have a 93-pointer, no one's going to touch that card.
Facts. Facts.
So, but it's been a few years. Deuces and I have been on Madden for the most part since we left 2K. Deuces has also been doing Fortnite. I just took a general year off gaming, and I think so did Deuces, and now we figured, why not come back? So the blog is out. I'm going to read over it. I'm going to try and skip the stuff that really is dumb, like dumb in terms of like appealing to us. Like I'm not going to talk about the 250K My Team Unlimited tournament because it's pretty obvious what that is. Unbelievable.
Say what?
That's all you want me to talk about.
Oh Lord.
We're gonna go over the blog. I'm gonna try and keep it short so that Deuce doesn't fall asleep because as I was telling him earlier, I struggle to read when I'm sober. So who knows what's gonna happen since I'm clearly drinking while I do this. Anyways, we're gonna start with the draft because that's what everyone's been talking about. So this draft game mode, you pick a full lineup, which I didn't know. I didn't know if it was going to be like triple threat style, if it was going to be you only pick 5 players. But it looks like you get 13 players, and I don't think any of them are your own players. So you get like a point guard pack, a shooting guard pack, a small forward pack, a power forward pack, and a center pack. You also get a coach pack, and I'm assuming you pick, I guess, maybe 2 players from each of those packs. And then you get this thing called a colossal pack, which is, or in this case, it's called Colossal in the example. I think it's a featured pack. So like new My Team cards are going to be put in that pack, and you get those players on your team. That's awesome. Because like to me, that's like in MUT when we would get updates to the draft, the MUT draft, and you would get new players. Like we get like the most feared players, like most feared Aaron Donald would pop up
Yeah.
in MUT draft. So That to me is super exciting. And the last thing they really talk about in the draft is what the rewards are going to be. They say every draft will net you a guaranteed league pack and at least a single pick on the draft exclusive Ascension. I don't know if you saw these Ascension board deuces. I'm like kind of familiar with it. It's basically just like a
Yeah,
board.
you can pick, and like it has the like you can get an X, or you can get MT, or you can get so on and so forth.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, I
At
think
least
so. I
that's how
mean,
it is for triple threat, anyways. I mean, you get so many picks, and like you can pull a card and it's like +2 picks, or you can pull a card and it be an X and that costs you a pick or something
yeah,
like that. Right.
and you can get one of those picks that'll like take you to the next board. Like I've
Right.
done that a couple of times, just like messing around in the current 2K,
So
2K21.
does it say anything about how many wins? I mean, how many? What's the draft? Like how many losses until you're reset or whatever?
That, let me see. It says once you complete a run by either achieving 10 wins or taking 3 losses, you will use all of your earned Ascension picks and then will be able to draft a brand new lineup. So that's all that they say.
Okay,
Um,
so you don't get your picks until you've either lost 3 or won 10, and then I'm guessing you'll draft another team after that. Okay.
yeah, that's what it sounds like. And I don't know for sure because they mention for every win you get additional picks. So I'm not sure if it's like one grand thing at the end. I would kind of like that to like kind of just stockpile all of them and then just use them all at the end. But use them in between, it's not bad either, I guess, as long as they save your progress from last time.
I
Like if I
also
end,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry, my bad.
I mean, all I was gonna say was if I'm at 6 wins and I've been at like board, like I just get to board 2. If I win my 7th game, I'd like to. If we were doing them after every game instead of at the end with everything collectively, I'd like to then continue at board or whatever Ascension board level 2 when I finish game 7. You know what I mean? Like if I got to the second board after winning
Yeah.
game 6, I want to stay on board 2 until I'm done with my run, or if I go down, whatever. Anyways, go
Right.
on.
Right.
Whatever you were gonna say.
I was just gonna say, did they have draft last year?
No, this is back for the first time since 2K18, I think. And in
Okay.
2K18, I thought it was like triple threat. Like I thought it like replaced whatever Blacktop was, kind of. That's what I thought. But this is awesome. My big reason that I love this is because even though I know we talk about how there, ways to make contracts or get MT4 contracts, I still hate contracts. I'm sorry. I just don't like them. This to me, if you're not using any of your players, like why wouldn't you, if you don't like contracts, play this game? If you're
Oh,
not
yes.
spending MT or contract cards on your players to have them play, you could feasibly just make you're getting packs, you're getting Ascension picks that you can get MT contracts, whatever, and you can just get contracts. So in a way, this to me is very exciting because I don't have to spend any MT on contracts to get contracts back. That is very exciting.
Yeah, I think the way I go about getting contracts is I just play a lot of triple threat offline. You get a lot of rewards that way, and you can use just like random fun players you would never actually use online or anything like that. Like I know I used to use like a gold Brian Scalabrine or something like that, Emerald, whatever it was back. I don't even know if it was triple threat online then when I used him, or if it was what was the other one? Blacktop? Was it
Yeah,
Blacktop?
Blacktop. Yep, it was Blacktop Gauntlet.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't remember which one it was, but I mean and that's a good way I feel like to try out a bunch of new cards and learn releases and so on and so forth, and also get MT, get card rewards, get contracts, get shoes, whatever. I don't know exactly what all the rewards to Triple Threat Online is.
Yeah.
But I'm just going off
Um,
past, experience from when I
No,
did play.
absolutely. Absolutely. The only thing I would say is like, while I totally agree with that, I mean, if anything, the best way to play Triple Threat offline is with the lower overall players because then you get matched up with lower overall players. Like I remember reading on Reddit, one of the strategies that people would use is they would take Evo cards, Evo them all the way up, and then the matchmaking system for Triple Threat offline was it would treat the Evo card as if it was its first form. Like if there was a Sapphire Miami Heat LeBron in 2K21, if you Evoed him up to whatever his max was, an Ami, a Diamond, it would still treat him for matchmaking purposes like a Sapphire. Which is
Yeah.
great. So
There's
that's great.
there's another way you can always do, like, let's say for example you have a pink diamond or a galaxy opal, whatever. You have a really high rated card, then you use to like use a high rated card, then use like 2 golds, and then just run pick and rolls and get the switch, and then just body the golds all day long, because they'll pretty much evenly match you up. I mean, whether they put another Galaxy Opal and 2 golds or whatever, but
yeah, absolutely. I saw that too. That's a fantastic strategy as well. So for the triple threat, I think that's the way to go. And but I'm just excited for this because this is something brand new. Like this sounds much more exciting than the draft that they laid out for us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then they do mention, the last thing I want to mention, the only reward that they talk about here is because they're doing seasons, which is new to both of us. They had, I think, seasons for the first time in this current 2K21, and I like that because it reminds me of MUT, how we had different series come out, and there were like series masters. And there's no series master that you can really like grind towards in terms of like. Actually, never mind. No, there was no stats. That was the MUT master. In this, they have like masters that you can kind of grind for, or series rewards, whatever they want to call them. The reward for season 1 for draft is a pink diamond Glenn Robinson. I'm kind of shocked that pink diamond is being handed out potentially. Not handed out, but like you can grind for a pink diamond this early. But I also have no idea what the overall structure is going to be like in MUT. So what are your thoughts about a pink diamond Glenn Robinson as the draft reward, like as a potential card that you can get? Like I don't think you're guaranteed to get him at 10 wins or whatever. You may have to run the draft like 5, 10, 15, 20 times.
I mean, I'm all about rewards. I think that's awesome, but it's hard to. I think it's an awesome reward. I think Glen Rice is really good. Pink Diamond, I think that's good, and I think a lot of people will probably get it right off the bat, but it's just, it'll all depend on, how rare would it be to get it. Is it really even going to be, what I mean, like, gettable, or is it going to be, like, just a very few amount of people get it? Or maybe that means they're going to put a lot of high-rated cards out early. I don't know. I hope not. I hope we don't see a whole lot of high-rated cards, for at least a couple weeks. So
yeah, I totally agree. I think that could definitely hurt the game. I did see, now that I think about it, each of these seasons there's XP just like in MUT, which I also kind of like. I'm just not too familiar with how to get XP. I know they have agendas, like on a certain day they'll give you like a daily objective of like, I don't know, hit 5 threes in a game with one player, and then if you do that you get like 300 XP. And like I remember in my team this year, like level 1, if you hit 350 XP, you level up to level 2. I just don't know what the other ways are to get leveled up. And I think the cap is level 40, and I think the level 40 reward for season 1 is Pink Diamond Mello, like Carmelo Anthony. And obviously I want that because I'm a Knicks fan.
That's awesome.
So I am very excited for that. So I will hopefully be able to find a way to grind for that, because I don't know how much time I can put into my team, but I saw that and I immediately became very upset. So I'm like, God damn it, the addiction's going to come back. So anyways, I think that's basically the draft. I'm very excited. I think that's going to be a huge make or break thing for a lot of people in my team. Now the other thing that I'm going to mention, part 2 here, not the thing, the next thing is what you mentioned, Deuces, Triple Threat Online, the 100. Basically, all they talk about here is this is a 3v3 mode because it's triple threat, and it says here at the start of each run in Triple Threat Online, the 100, you'll receive 100 points, and after every game, regardless of whether you win or lose, the number of points your opponent scores against you will be subtracted from your 100 points, and then once you hit 0, your run is over, and then you go back to the very bottom. I think that's interesting. I know that a lot of people have been complaining about how defense is in Triple Threat. What I hope this means, Deuces, is that they give us some form of defensive settings or something that we can do to, if we don't like how our players are playing like pick and roll defense, that we can at least kind of have some effect on that. But I mean, if not, I still think there's a way that you can play defense. You got to work a little harder on D, and I think that is a lot of fun, because I think both of us are very defensive-minded players in these sports games, like both in MUT and in 2K. Like, I mean, you see how I play in MUT, and you know how I play in 2K. I'm like not that assertive. I'm very, very passive, and that means all my games are low scoring, which means I have to have good defense. Otherwise, I'm never going to win anything. So, for me, it's very exciting. I mean, you were talking about it too. What are your thoughts on the 100?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think it's a good idea. I mean, it's more rewards, even if it's, next to nothing. It's still more rewards regardless. Um, I also think maybe it'll slow some of the people who would normally like just cheese threes down a lot, because if you got somebody just out throwing up threes, I mean, the more they miss, the more chances you have to score on them. And if they're trying to keep it from scoring, they're probably trying to make sure they have the best possessions and put you out of the game as quickly as possible. So hopefully it'll slow the pace of some of the games down and kind of make it more, I don't know, more realistic and more competitive for the most part. I think I'm interested in seeing, how the rewards, how they look, going through the year. Hopefully they'll continue to go up with the players, the new players and stuff we get, and the rewards get better. But I think it's something interesting they added in, and it's always good to see them add new stuff. It's just always good to see them add new stuff. And something else about Triple Threat I forgot I seen earlier. It has nothing to do with the 100, but I think I seen you can play against your friends now too.
Yes, I saw that too, and that's pretty fun. I mean, I'm not a huge Triple Threat person. I like the 5v5 gameplay more, but I think a lot of people are going to be all over that. So I think that's great.
Online, I'm definitely not a Triple Threat, but playing against some of my friends, I think that could be fun. Just getting like 3 random shitty players and going out and just kind of fucking around with them. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Or if you want to try out a player, like how many times have we wanted to like try out? Like, I mean, you can try out players in 5v5, but I feel like it's so much easier, especially if you're like an ISO player, to practice with a player. Like I can get a player, and I like to play 5v5, but if you're buying a player strictly for Triple Threat, I want to try him in Triple Threat, like not anywhere else. So like when I go ahead.
My bad. I was just gonna say, like earlier I was talking about, how you can, like I play Triple Threat offline for a bunch of different reasons. One of the reasons, is to, you can learn people's releases and etc. and stuff like that. Well, the bad thing about trying to play out in Triple Threat offline is, like you said, it may not, it's not going to be the same anyways because you're getting regarded by computer. At least if you're trying them out against Triple Threat online against one of your friends, you're actually against somebody, and it can also maybe show you something that you wouldn't see if you was just pick and rolling against computer or something like that, and cheesing.
Definitely. I think it's great. I mean, I just think it's another thing that they're adding that's new that I think, I as a 5v5 player in my team, even I think is great. So,
right.
Anyways, what they say here, what I really like is the last sentence of this first paragraph of the 100. The guy writes, this means that at a minimum, and this is with respect to, like, let's say you hit 0. Basically what he's saying is if you lose every single game, every player should still be able to get onto the second tier of prizes for the mode's ball drops, which I like, because I feel like if I'm going to be investing contracts into my players for this game mode, even if I lose every single game, at least I don't get the the bottom of the barrel when it comes to rewards every time. I like that. So I think that's pretty cool. And then they just mentioned that there are going to be season exclusive reward players as we get updates every so often in my team. So there are going to be different rewards basically. So kind of like to the point you were making before we started recording, Deuces. I know that we may see the rewards at launch and people are going to complain. The only thing that I would say is try and be open and optimistic that even if you don't like the rewards now, as the year goes on, they will get better. And I think it's easier for us to be a little more optimistic because there's a little bit of like that kid in the candy store feeling. We haven't played my team somewhat seriously in 4 or 5 years. I mean, since 2K17, right? And it's 2K22 now. So for math, that's 5 years. So I'm excited. I think you're excited.
And I feel like if you really think the rewards are that bad, go win a Super Bowl in Madden in the middle of the year and tell me how you feel about rewards. You know what I mean?
I mean, Deuce and I basically played. I think I played Madden immediately after 2K17. I think I picked up Madden 18. So I played Madden 18, 19, and 20, and the rewards got worse every single year. I did not play 21, and now Madden 22 is apparently, according to a lot of the YouTubers that I respect in the Madden community, almost like a carbon copy of Madden 21, which a lot of people Like they like some things, they didn't like a lot of things, but the rewards have gotten worse every year. The Madden 18 rewards were phenomenal. So
yeah, but so you go from getting a team dominant 5K training to like I don't even know what you get now. I don't even know if you get anything. I like just some coins probably. I don't even know.
You get a kiss on the cheek and a slap on the ass. That's all you basically get. So, anyways, that's the 100. I'm pretty excited for it. You sound pretty pumped for it.
Awesome.
It's not gonna be as exciting. This is gonna be more like regular stuff. Pickup and skill challenges. They talk about how people like to play offline challenges. Like, I guess they don't talk about domination here, but domination is included obviously as a 5v5 challenge. They say that for 2K22, they've replaced weekly and moment challenges with pickup and skill challenges. The pickup challenges are basically, they look like daily challenges where you compete against a lineup that's going to be match made to your lineup. So I guess if you run a lineup with like your gold or emerald Brian Scalabrine and like other golds, and they're going to give you a matchup that kind of reflects that. Or if you go in with like your souped up 90 plus overall team, you're going to meet some tough competition in that regard.
Right.
And they say the reward for winning the game is earnable once a day, so they're really emphasizing kind of like a daily challenge. Like, make sure you get this done if you're on, which I like and I don't like. Like, I like the feeling of when I'm playing there's something I can do daily, but I don't want them to make me feel like I have to get on the game every day, because I don't think that's healthy. Personally. I did not like that about, like, I think in my team they do that now, where like if you log on every single day they give you a reward, which is nice, but then it's going to make me feel shitty if I miss a day. Like,
yeah, I feel like they have to do that though, and I feel like I think that's good because it caters to content creators.
It does. It caters to content creators, and it caters to the true diehards. Like, if you're gonna really sweat and go on every day, it is like kind of like a bone. Like, they're throwing you a bone, which I do appreciate that. It's just selfishly, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that.
And copyright strike.
It's
so
free.
Those are the pickup challenges. That's right, freak it. So those are the pickup challenges, the daily challenges. Skill challenges are where the weekly and moment challenges will reside, plus additional challenges never before seen in my team. So the skill challenges they're saying here are like Clay hitting 9 threes in a game, so you gotta do that with a player. We've seen those before, where it's like you pick a player, you hit 9 threes, you get whatever it is, 10k MT or whatever. Only
also
with skill
love
challenges. Yeah, I mean, I love that too, because like it's relevant. Like, oh, something happened on this day in history, or something happened this week in the current NBA season. Do it. Like, you have a week to do it, get it done, and then you get rewarded for playing it.
So easy.
They say only with skill challenges, getting the win at the end of the game may be optional. Oh, wait a minute. What? Drain that 3, slam that last dunk, or even dish the final assist needed, and the challenge ends immediately. Okay, that I kind of like, because that's what Mutt used to do, if you remember. Like,
so what is it?
So basically, it's like, if you remember in Mutt, when they would give you a challenge that would be like, get a 80
first down or whatever,
drive, or get a first down, the challenge would immediately end. They didn't have that in 2K. Now they have that in here, where it's like if you need 9 threes and you have 8 threes with, let's say you're using Brian Scalabrine or Jimmer Fredette, you have 8 threes and it's the third quarter. You hit that 9th 3 with like 10 seconds to go in the third, you can skip the rest of the game. It says challenge complete.
Wow.
That's really nice. That's like a quality of life upgrade that I really like for this game. Let's see.
That is awesome. I mean, I love when they cut challenges short, especially when there's like a lot. And I know 2K loves their challenges.
Yeah, they do. Okay, this is very interesting. I actually am very curious about this. In a late game situation, this is a question. In a late game situation and don't think you can complete the requirements, rematches are now allowed in skill challenges, letting you have a quick retry while still in the game. Okay, before I read anything else, my question is going to be, does a retry eat up contracts? Because if they don't, I love this. Because what this means, I failed so many challenges, especially like in 2K21 just messing around. They had a challenge for like the GOAT players, and I tried it once, and my team's not that good, and I got like my ass beat. Now maybe if I like played it more seriously and I had better defensive settings, I would have won, but I didn't want to repay the contracts for my Galaxy Opal players because I just didn't have a lot of MT because I don't play the game mode that much, so I didn't do it. If I can replay that challenge, for example, without them eating contracts, I'd feel so much less stressed.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, I don't
I
have to
feel
get it right on
that.
the first try. I think that is huge. And even if you have to pay contracts again, like that would really suck. That saves you time in the loading screen.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, the challenge is I wouldn't use Galaxy Opals anyways. I mean, unless you absolutely have to. I mean, I guess there's some you'll probably have to.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I did that was because it was a team of like full Dark Matter GOAT cards. It's like an end game challenge.
I got
That
you.
was like, I'm just using my best players because that'll easily help me win the challenge, and I lost by like 20 points.
Damn.
I know. Well, it was maybe like 10, but it felt like 20 because I was competitive AF. Anyways, they say you can play skill challenges out of order. I don't really know if that's a really big deal. The only reason why I kind of like that is, let's say you have to play 10 challenges and like the last challenge is the hardest one, but it gives you the best reward. And let's say they give you a string of 10 solos or 10 challenges, and the only ones you really care about completing for the rewards are challenges like 7, 9, and 10. I can now skip challenges 1 through 6 and number 8 just to get the ones I want. That is awesome. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I like that a lot.
You know why? Because in a way, it's like, okay, I have contracts that I don't want to spend, or like I have time that I don't want to waste. Let me just go for what I want right off the bat and just knock those out of the way, and now I'm good. So I think that's a fantastic change too.
I agree 100%.
Good. I'm glad you agree, because whenever we don't agree, that's when we have to end the video and fight. So. Finally, spotlight challenges. To tip off your My Team challenge experience for the year, there are 20 spotlight challenges featuring our four NBA cover. Oh, because it's Dirk, Durant, Kareem, and Luka. So 20 spotlight challenges featuring our 4 NBA cover athletes for 2K22, including both 5-on-5 and triple threat challenges. These games will both test and improve your lineup as you complete each challenge. The final reward, one of the 15 event cards needed for a diamond Luka Doncic.
And see, I love that too, because I played some of those, I don't know what year it was. It might have been 2K20. But, it's like, yeah, it's like every I don't know if it's still the same way, but like every challenge you got like a diamond, and then at the end of all the challenges in the East you got like a pink diamond, and then same thing for the West. Every challenge you got a diamond card. When you got done with the West you got a pink diamond, and then like when you got done with them all you got like a Galaxy Opal or something like that. And it's so like it makes the grind and the to where like domination, you're just like going for that one player at the end or whatever, or something like that, or it makes the wait feel so much easier because you're getting stuff along the way.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, if you couldn't tell already, I mean, Deuces, like I think anyone else really prioritizes, the good rewards, and we should be rewarded for playing the game. I think rewarding players, like, it is a very difficult thing to balance, where it's like you want to reward your community the right way without and by the right way I mean like you don't want to give, like, we shouldn't be getting too much where like we're all up with like too much MT, but like also don't like starve us of MT. Like if we're putting time into the game, make it where like if Deuces has more time to grind than I do, or like just in general Deuces puts in more time than I do, Deuces should be getting rewarded more frequently than I am, unless Deuces is playing less risky game modes. Like if you're just like sitting in triple threat offline, which I know you're not going to do that all year, but if you were going to do that versus like okay, to start the year maybe, but like let's say come like November you're still spending 80% of your My Team time in triple threat offline, whereas like at that point I'm playing unlimited, which is usually the opposite. Usually in Madden it was you like 2 weeks and you're like, oh, I'm going to win a Super Bowl, and I'm like, so I'm playing solo battles. You should be getting more rewards for playing more and playing these like more risky game modes, or like these high risk, high reward game modes. And I mean, what it sounds like, at least so far, is that My Team will hopefully be doing that for us this year. Then they mention that My Team will hold numerous events at the start of seasons, during limited time events, and for great moments in the league. I guess those are just like the regular challenges and stuff we've seen. Like if we have in the first week Steph Curry drops 50 points because he's happy that Klay Thompson is back. We have to do a challenge where we can score 50 points or whatever, and if we do that, we get whatever. And they're saying we've created one new card type in NBA 2K22 My Team, event cards. Earnable and pullable. Look to collect, sell, and exchange these cards throughout the mode in different ways all year long. Okay, event cards. That's interesting. To get started on day one, we've created a 15-card mural for you to assemble to commemorate Luka Doncic's NBA 2K22 cover. Oh, so this is like what we were talking about before. Like, you're going to do a variety of things that they'll hopefully be clear as to how to get these 15 collectibles. It sounds like they're going to spread it out all over the place, kind of like a scavenger hunt, and you have to complete lifetime agendas or all these other things, like winning in different game modes, applying consumable cards to your collection. Okay, that's cool. So even like giving your player like a shoe, like a certain shoe will maybe give you a collectible. Defeating the cover athlete spotlight challenge. Earn all 15 event cards and complete this mural for a diamond Luka Doncic. And that's going to be available starting day one. So that's pretty cool. I like that because what that's going to force you to do, if they do it right, is it's going to force you to at least test the waters with every game mode.
Right.
Like, you have to do this if you want to get Luka. And if you don't want to get Luka, then fine. Be stubborn.
Exactly.
Any thoughts on that before I move on to the
I love it.
tournament?
I love it. I think it's awesome.
All right, good. Something that it's not that I don't love it, I just don't really care about. I'll talk about it very, very quickly. Just sounds like the 250K Unlimited tournament is coming back. They're going to be running 2 separate tournaments, it looks like, so a total of 500K, one on each console. And you're going to have $200,000 being given to the winner on each side, and then $50,000 to the runner-up on each side, which is pretty cool. They're going to let you bring your... Are you back already?
Yeah.
Well, that was fast. Wow, I only got to the first paragraph of My Team Unlimited, like the tournament, which no one really cares about. At least we don't care about. At least I'm not going to contend for it. I'm not. If you want to, by all means, bro.
Absolutely not.
So this next topic, I just quickly peeked at it. This is, I think, going to be a very polarizing topic, and I think I'm going to fall in the minority in this. They're adding holographic player cards. So, like, every once in a while, I guess I can read it just to see. What are the rare cards in my team? NBA 2K22 may not just be a Galaxy, Opal, Stephen Curry, or Dark Matter LeBron James, but holo versions of these players. So every auctionable player in my team will have the opportunity to become a holo version when it's open from the pack. So like if you're ripping packs, let's say they have, so in this graphic here they have a picture of Vince Carter's Sapphire 85 overall. You could pull a holographic Vince Carter, which I guess just means like the card art is like super shiny. I think so. Okay, I'll just read the rest of it. These rare versions are the ultimate flex in your collection and to show off for the community when playing online. While holo player cards have the same attributes and badges as their common versions, there will be certain agendas and lineup rules that can require the use. Okay, I don't like that. So be on the lookout for holo versions of your favorite players while sniping on the auction house. Before I get into any of it, do you want to share your take on that, on holographic player items?
I mean, I think that's cool. I've always thought I don't know, I'm for and against having the same card twice, like having 4 Kevin Durant's is kind of lame if they all have, but at the same time, having like a GOAT version of this and a GOAT version, like it can also like add value to cards and stuff like that, and I'm all about adding value to cards, and really honestly the graphics of cards have been amazing that I've seen in 2K anyways. Like I love the graphics. I think my only complaint of 2K right now is the long pack animations. Yeah, like that for me is just that's my only issue with 2K right now as far as, but I also haven't played, but I mean that's before the game comes out.
That is true. I also just want to say it's really funny, like, you're complaining about the pack animations in 2K. I think a lot of people can argue the best part about Madden this year are the pack animations. Like, they've knocked them out of the park this year. But I don't rip packs, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'll tell you the reason why I love the holographic thing is because, I mean, for multiple reasons. When I was a kid, I was that nerdy kid that, like, played like Pokemon and even like Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit, and I really enjoyed pulling those cards in real packs that were shiny because like you could show it off to your friends. You could like, look at yourself, be like, oh, look at how cool this is, and like they're gonna have more value because they look more valuable. And the fact that they did this once in MUT, I think it was Madden 19, the Easter cards were holographic every once in a while. If you pulled like the hollow Juju Smith-Schuster versus the common one, the hollow one quick sold for more MT. So sorry, for more coins. So even if you couldn't sell it for more, which you could have anyways, you could just quick sell it for more. So it immediately brought you more value, which I thought was good and bad. I kind of like this because it's more natural. Like if I pull a hollow Vince Carter and people are like really treating my team like a card collection game mode, which is how I treat it. Like I'm like getting these players and I'm building my dream team, but it's also like cool to like look at your item binder or your collection and see like, oh, I pulled this Vince Carter. Like I'm not gonna act like I'm gonna go and like buy a hollow. Like if Kevin Durant's, let's say Kevin Durant has an Amethyst card that drops on day one because he's really freaking good and he's probably gonna get an Ami if that's like the cap for current cards, and his Amethyst goes for like 50k and the holographic Amethyst goes for 100, I'm going to get the 50k version because it's not that serious. But if I pack holographic Ami Durant, whether if I sell him or I keep him, that's going to be amazing, and part of me is going to want to keep him because it's like, yeah, it is a flex, but like for me to be a flex, because also my team now has that original owner stamp, which I think is kind of cool. So you can flex like, oh, it's a hollow Kevin Durant that I packed. Like, yeah, I'm going to flex that. So I love that. That to me is super personable. It makes the game a little more, I don't know what the word, I guess more intimate. Like I'm pulling something from a pack that means a lot, and if it means enough to me that I want to keep it, awesome. But if it has more value on the auction house, I'm going to sell it. So, you know.
Yeah.
See, I just spoke about packing a holographic KD, and the cops are out to get me. See this? Do you hear that in the background?
No, I 100% agree. They had what I don't remember what it was. It's like because they had like the Michael Jordan and like they had all the regular versions and then like the animated versions last year. I can't remember what they call them. Like the I don't remember. But it was so cool because they went for, they went for more. I don't, whether it was like a whole lot more or whatever, I don't know. But like it was definitely a flex to pull those cards, and they also look super fucking. It was like comic book version of the card. Yeah. So well, I don't know. Really cool. I don't know if you've seen any of those, but if you haven't, you should go look. Like they look super dope.
Okay.
But
I'll
yeah,
definitely check those out. But
yeah,
I mean, still, that's like a similar kind of prospect. The only thing that's different is like, I mean, as someone that's like played different like card games when I was like younger as a kid, like a hollow is always like that a hollow has value, and like yeah, you could get like player items with like different card arts. Like that is really really cool too. Like I'm not gonna like discredit that, but like if I can pull a shiny version of a card, I'm gonna want the shiny version of the card.
Yeah.
Just to like show it off. The one thing that I don't like is when they say that certain agendas are gonna require you to have it. All I'm gonna hope is that they're not gonna be ones that are like, I don't want that to be like a frequent thing. Like I don't want to see that once every week where it's like you have to have a hollow originally owned card, because if hollow cards are really hard to pull, which I kind of want them to be, like, make them valuable. If I see someone having like that hollow Kevin Durant and it says original owner, I'm not gonna be like shaking. I'm gonna be like, that's pretty cool. Like that's what I want.
Absolutely.
So I think that's awesome. And sniping is gonna be cool. I wonder if they're gonna put a filter in for hollow, because I bet they won't. I wonder if people are going to, I don't want to say misvalue them, because technically it's the same card, just the card art is different. You put the value on that. So I think hollow is like is a dub. Like it's a W for me. I like it.
At least for now.
Yeah, for now. We'll see what they do with the agendas. Because I know the original owner thing I thought was kind of cool heading into last year, and then when I saw that they were using them for like My Team Limited and agendas, I was like, this is a scam. They're making you want to rip packs so you have original cards. Next up is the My Team Authentic Card Grading. So what the hell is this? What if you wanted to get more out of the player cards in your lineup? To add another layer to every player card in My Team, you can now send these cards to be professionally graded.
What the fuck?
I'm not going to send my digital player to be professionally graded. After some time passes to carefully grade each card, my ass, I'll take them 2 seconds. Our experts will send back your player cards freshly sealed and minted with a grade. The highest you can receive is a flawless 10, but every graded card returns to your lineup with bonus my team points in every game played. That's interesting. So now what's going to be the grading criteria? If we both pack a Kevin Durant and we both send them in, we better get the same grade.
Nope, I deserve more.
No. See, that would be like if I cheated on, like if I copied off your homework and they didn't know that I copied off you, but then you gave me like a lower grade. Like I can't go to the teacher and be like, my answers are the same as Deuce's. We better have the same grade because then we both get zeros. So that's going to be very, very interesting. So when playing your daily pickup challenge, are you maximizing your my team points? See, that is very interesting to me. I kind of like that because, to me, I mean, my main questions are: how are you going to grade my player, and how long is that process going to take?
Right.
If it's quick and they give us decent, like that's something where like it's kind of cool, but like I wouldn't be shocked if they find a way to like shaft you where like if I rip packs, like let's say I open 100 packs and I get Amethyst Kevin Durant twice and I submit them both, those better get the same grade too. Like what makes a Kevin Durant different? I don't know.
Well, I think a lot of it will probably be based off like of course you'll have to be the original owner, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Or I'm guessing anyways. It'll also be like maybe that was the 700th Kevin Durant pulled, and the other one you had was like the 30th Kevin Durant pulled.
That is a good point. Like how quickly you get it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're the original owner of the first ever holographic Kevin Durant, you know, it's just like, I mean, there's only one first ever. You know, just like first edition comic books and stuff like that. Like the first is the first. So
Yeah.
to own that card is crazy. But what I want to know is, is it gonna be original owner only? Because what if you get your hands on the first ever Kevin Durant because the guy who pulled it, sold it, didn't really get into all the whole getting it whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get your hands on it and you get it and you send it in or whatever. Do you get the same amount as if it's original? You know, the original one or not? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good question. I would say probably not. I'm with you. I think that original ownership and how quickly you pull that card, I think the sooner you can submit your card before other people do, the better. Because,
Right.
you know, it'll look better, I guess, in a way. It's kind of like, I guess, like, you know, in like the old, like I know, like in certain card games, if you pack a card that they call first edition, I always thought that meant like it's one of the earlier printouts of that card. If you have a first edition card, it'll say it on the card, and that drives up the value. I think that's going to be similar to how they grade these cards. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Kind of like you said, you're going to be in like this situation where, let's say you pack holographic Amethyst Kevin Durant on day one. Do you sell it or do you send it out to be graded? Because if you think about it, you could send it out to be graded. If you get a good grade back and your my team points per game go up on that Kevin Durant, they're making it sound like when you're looking on the auction house, you can see how many points or my team points you get per game with that card. So that should drive up the value too.
Right.
So I think to me that's very, very interesting. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that.
So I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if that's how you play with them.
What do you mean?
So, for example, if you are averaging so many points per game with that Kevin Durant, or so many assists per game, or when people search up cards, they can see kind of what you're averaging with that Kevin Durant. Maybe
They might. I feel like when you post cards to the auction house, I think they clear your stats on the
Probably.
player. Because I remember when I used to post, at least on the older my teams, whenever I take a player out of my lineup and I would post it into my auctions, it would say doing so will like remove all stats from this player. Do you want to continue? But I do think it should show you how many extra my team points or what the total my team points per game you're getting additional. And I think that to me is cool because even if it doesn't sound great and it sounds like maybe it's a waste of time, I think it's at least something different. I think it personalizes the card, and I like that. So
definitely.
Anyways, the next thing, okay, you can make your own shoes now? What?
I did see something about that, and I think that maybe uniforms, and then like the courts and stuff are more customizable or something.
That would be great. I mean, I love being able to customize. That's one thing I missed that we did not get in Madden.
Right, right.
Shoe cards are no longer tied to specific attribute boosts. You choose the boosts by crafting your own shoe card in the My
Mm,
Team Shoe Lab. Combine your shoe boost cards containing an attribute with your favorite shoe colorway cards to create your own custom shoe card.
I do think
Uh,
that's awesome. I really
that is
like that.
amazing. Yeah,
I think that's
I like
something.
that.
I think that's something to do. Like even if you're not like big into customizing and so on and so forth with shoes and all that. If the game's slow, if it's a slow week or something content wise, or I mean, to me it's just something fun to do to go build up like to build your uniforms and your shoes and just like look fresh going out playing, or even if you want to do something dumb, I know they used to have it to where you could throw the logos and stuff on there. You could search logos and put whatever you put on your jerseys. I don't know what you'd put. You can
Yeah,
make that Looney Tunes again or whatever you want to do. I don't
yeah.
know, but
I mean, I think that's great. I mean, I'm not sure what they're going to exactly let us do with the shoes, but just the fact that we can customize them, I think that's great. I think it's going to be really cool to be able to. I mean, who knows? I don't know how we're going to get these shoe colorway things. Like, so they're saying now we can get a shoe colorway that's going to be bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. So I guess you can probably pack those now. So I'm guessing in place of you getting diamond shoes that are preset, now you'll just get like a blank diamond shoe, and then you can add attributes to it. My question is going to be like, how frequently can we get them in packs? And then my other question is going to be, can we remove attributes? Like, let's say, I want to like restart my diamond shoe. Do I have to like delete my shoe? Do I get like if I remove the stuff off my shoe, do I get it back? Like, let's say I put like +3 +3 speed, and I want to start over again. I hope I get those back, because if not, that would be kind of scary. I don't know if I'm going to commit to that.
yeah, I don't know.
But
I think the best bet would be to probably wait and don't do it too early. I don't see you being able to get it back. I think it's just one of those things like once you commit, you commit. Now I don't know. Maybe you can get another diamond shoe another way or something like that, But
yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure you can pack another one. I mean, it's not
yeah,
going to be a big deal. I think that the customization is great.
yeah, absolutely. No matter which
What I
way
like
it is,
is,
if it's, yeah,
I mean, what they touch on here is kind of like what's obvious now. The fact that we can customize and change up the different like attributes on the shoe. They say here, my team has gone from a few dozen diamond shoes to well over 500, which is true. You can probably mix and match them in like 500 different ways. To get you started, if you completed the NBA 2K22 Cover Athlete Challenge and NBA 2K21's My Team, there will be an 18-card pack waiting for you when you start up NBA 2K22 for the first time. This massive pack includes 3 diamond shoe colorways, cards, 15 shoe boost cards to fill each of the shoes, 5 open slots. Holy moly, that's crazy. 5
it is
slots.
crazy. 5 slots. That's a
I guess
bit
it's
of an
for diamond
OP
shoes,
shoe.
5. Yeah, well, I guess I think it has to be for diamond. There's no way, like a bronze. Well, I guess a bronze would be like limited, like in how many times you can use it. Okay. Anyways, that is very cool. What's up?
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Oh.
Thinking with my
so
mouth.
the next one, thinking with your mouth. There you go. That'll be the title of the YouTube video. My team starters and options pack. So the picture right here, it shows 80 overalls for Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, Trae Young, Zion, and Donovan, and they're all Evo cards with 2 stages, which is pretty cool. So they talk about all the different players that I just mentioned. The choice of which evolution starter to pick is yours through our brand new option packs. You'll earn all 5 of these starter cards. Wait, what? Oh, you can earn. That's cool. So you can pick one, but you can get the other ones. After fully evolving a starter player, you'll unlock a new lifetime agenda, which will let you open the starter option pack a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th time. So they're incentivizing you for evoing your cards. Like if you pick Trae Young and you evo Trae Young, then you'll get an agenda where you can pick, like, again, from 10. So if you evo all 5, you get an Emerald Phil Jackson.
Emerald Phil
cool.
Jackson, the coach?
Yeah, as your coach. Yeah,
okay.
Not bad. Yeah.
Definitely not.
For something you will not see in my team at all this year, they got rid of bronze and silver players. What?
Interesting. Got rid of
all
bronze.
Players are gold and higher.
I like that. I like that.
That's very
because
interesting.
I think that was actually my only other complaint about my team was I thought they had too many like what's it called? You know, like gold, blah 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 blah. What's it? I can't think what it's called. Oh my god, bro, my brain. So I'm a little sick, guys, with some sinus issues. That's why I haven't talked as much or anything. But I'm trying to tiers. They have too many tiers of cards, and I think that hurt a lot of like the value of cards in my team, along with a live auction house also hurt a lot of the value. But I think now, like especially if you're a sniper, I think instead of because I'm guessing you probably couldn't sit on like the 500 filter or something like that because of bronze and silvers. I'm sure some silvers were selling for 750 or something like that, but it was probably a pain selling a lot of bronze and a lot of silvers for 500 back, to where now gold being the lowest, and then it's just emerald, sapphire, ruby, diamond, or amethyst, whatever. I think the less tiers the better, in my opinion. I wouldn't be mad if they got rid of emeralds and sapphires, in my opinion, and started from rubies. But I guess you got to start with gold at least.
Yeah, it does say in the next sentence that they're going to return all the previous gems after that. Let's see. It says here, some of the keen-eyed members of the community are probably wondering about some of the players you're seeing labeled as My Team base set. When you look at this blog later, Deuces, you're going to see under the My Team base set, you can actually see, it looks like on that card, it says above it what the bonus is going to be. Like, it says, like, empty bonus, then it says there's like a mint grade for it. Like, for one of them, it's like a mint grade, an excellent grade, a good grade, very good grade, or near mint. I can't even read, that font is so tiny. So people are even sending in their gold cards. Also, there's a gold Yao Ming.
Oh, interesting.
That is
See, like to me, that would be a card you would use for triple threat offline. It's gold. It's going to be a cheesy ass card to just pick and roll, post up with. It may be even cheesy triple threat online. Who knows? Until you have like Diamond Shacks and Galaxy Opal Shacks and Hakeems and so on and so forth. That's going to smack your shit. But until then, I think it would be a very cheesy card to use. A very fun card to use.
But it does sound pretty cool. It sounds like they're going to have these players count towards the, like, these historic players like Yao Ming are going to be in the base set, whereas, like, normally the base set just includes the current players. So I guess that means you can pack some historic players on day one, like gold Yao Ming, maybe?
Well, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see what it says here. But they're just saying you'll be able to get, it looks like MJ, Larry Bird, Iverson, T-Mac, and Yao Ming. And they're going to be 45 dynamic duos to start the year, which is pretty cool.
45? Oh my goodness.
45 dynamic duos.
I really hope they done dynamic duos better. I doubt they did. I thought that was probably one of the shittier things in 2K, to have like a fucking pink diamond with a damn gold dynamic duo. You're just never going to use that. You're not going to use that in anything whatsoever, because you're not going to use that in like domination, because you're not going to want to use your higher cards in domination to use up contracts, and you're not going to bring a gold. Well, I guess you could bring a gold into My Team Online if you're just like a cheeser and you only use 5 players, and maybe one of your 5 players you just want to bring that dynamic duo boost. But
cool. Okay, so next up is team customization. The only thing I really want to talk about here that I think is of note is they have arenas and courts. So like you could have like you could have OKC's court in like Madison Square Garden, which is pretty cool. So you can have the Knicks Stadium.
We taking over New York, baby.
That's right. Gang, gang. Shay in New York. Gang, gang. That's pretty cool. Everything else here seems like pretty basic. They have 50 different collector levels. That's going to be coming in with different kinds of basketballs you can get, tokens, diamond shoe colorways, different My Team jerseys, and player rewards. You can get Sapphire Kobe for collecting 150 cards, and you get Dirk at 4,000, which is cool. Keep an eye out for reveals of mystery players. That's okay. So I'm guessing as you go up throughout the year, they'll probably drop in some mystery players here and there. Community logos. I don't think anyone cares about community logos. Okay, last thing here is Season 1. It's called Call to Ball. To get you started in My Team, you head to the agenda menu. You get a 93 free agent Kobe to start the year. Okay, whatever. You can get Pink Diamond Glenn Robinson from the draft. Pink Diamond Devin Booker for getting... Oh, so they're bringing back Limited. Are you familiar with My Team Limited?
I mean, familiar. I've seen it. I've seen people play it or whatever. I'm not like super familiar with it, but...
So My Team Limited is just, they give you a set of rules.
Isn't it like Weekend League kind of?
It's kind of like Weekend League, except the rewards, the way they did it last year was kind of janky because like it was all random. Like you have to basically keep playing until you get a ring, like a championship ring.
Oh,
and you have to
yeah.
a ring every week. And you never know when you're going to get it. It could be on your first win, it could be on your 100th win, it could be on your 200th win. Like, you got to keep playing until you get it. It's kind of annoying. Hopefully they fix that, I would hope. That's basically it, I think, in case Deuce still uploads this to YouTube. So again, the rewards, Pink Diamond, Glenn Robinson from the draft, Pink Diamond D-Book for getting all 6 rings in Limited for Season 1. Looks like Pink Diamond Wilt Chamberlain for going 12-0 in Unlimited. I'm not too familiar with Unlimited. I don't know when you would be able to get Wilt. Like, do you have to go through all the different tiers? Probably, that's my guess. There's a few of the over 1390 plus rated reward player cards, so that's pretty cool. And then there's going to be an agenda for, sorry, not an agenda. There's going to be agendas that you can play to get you from level 1 to level 40, and it looks like at level 40 you get Pink Diamond Mellow, which is very appealing to me. But now the plays you earn from... Alright, that's cool. And it looks like it says Ascension is back, but now the plays you earn from season level will save your progression between attempts. That's pretty cool. Alright. Alright, cut that shit, bro. It's done.